Hi everyone, welcome to Border Tanks with Stewie JP. I'm Stewie, you're not, and this is a replay sent to me from my old mate Cy91. Cy91 in the T150. This was one of my favourite tanks to grind at Tier 6. It was a hell of a long time ago, but the Tier 6 Russian heavy tank with its 107mm gun, 300 damage per shot, 167 penetration, which is generally enough when you're top tier in a Tier 6 game, but if it's not, 219 penetration with APCR rounds, which is premium ammunition. Now, Cy91 in the T150 is lucky enough to be top tier in with only 3 Tier 6 tanks on each side, and he's just put a whopping shot for 326 hit points of damage into one of the other top tier tanks on the enemy side, the T-3485. That they just seem to be everywhere because Wargaming had a mission which was very, very, very easy to complete, to pick up the Tier 6 premium medium tank. Even I got one. That says a lot about how easy it was. If I can pick one up, basically you only have to play 1 or 2 games a day was generally enough to pick up the tank. Anyway, he's put a couple of shots into 2 of the tank destroyers, the Jagdpanzer 4 at Tier 6 as well, and also that IKV 103 who was subsequently killed by the M3 Lee. 3-1's the score. He's already on nearly 900 hit points of damage, and he's blocked a shot by the looks of it as well from the Jagdpanzer for 220. Now that IKV 103 over there to the right has just fired. Cy91 shoots and tracks the tank destroyer, but 3 of his teammates go down in pretty quick succession, make that 4. The 103, the M8, the Su-85, the T-28 and the T-67 make that 5 going down very, very quickly. Doesn't penetrate that last shot, but it sees the opportunity to pick himself up a kill with the M5A1 Stuart, which I think is a Tier 4 Chinese thing. Anyway, 4-8's the score. His team's going down a bit. Is playing nice and aggressively straight into the central part of Kharkov, and now he's looking for another kill. Just wants to get rid of that IKV 103, who can certainly put some damage into him even though he's Tier 5. That's his second kill. It's on 2 kills, 1326 damage, 520 block damage. They're still down by 3 tanks, 6 to 9. 2 Tier 6 tanks left on each side. Make that 6 to 10 as the Leopard goes down. Full of thrills and spills on Kharkov. The T150 with Cy91 got his sights firmly set on the duck tank, the AMX 40 at Tier 4. Takes him down to 10 hit points, 290 hit points of damage. They're getting capped. The duck tank's shooting at him, but it doesn't matter. That's kill number 3 for Cy91. And even though they're down 7 to 11, he reckons he's got this. He's going to start heading back towards the cap now. Somebody was capping. You can see on the minimap, the Birch Gun's in a little bit of trouble, but it looks like that tank, maybe the T-28, who was going for the Birch Gun down the bottom part of the map, was taken out by the T-3485, who went back to help the artillery piece, but the artillery get taken out by the enemy artillery, the Su-5 at the Tier 4, and straight into the back. Another tank that he's taken down to very low health, 25 hit points for the Cheeto. The Leopard looks like he's getting a little bit brave. Artillery just shoots and misses, which is always a good feeling when you're in a heavy tank, and the T-3485M having a good game as well. Picks up the kill on the Cheeto. A few low health TDs looking to try and knock some hit points out of Cy91 in his T150. He shoots and only tracks one of the TDs, and the T67, he takes him down to a 1-shot as well. 10-14, this is a 1 versus 5 situation, which, as you might know, critical hits the Jagdpanzer 4 again. They're all low health tanks, these enemy tanks. T67 and the Jag, both on double-digit hit points. The Leopard, I'm not so sure. I think the Leopard might be reasonably high health. Still 1 versus 5. Artillery, you can see, having a few shots, but at Tier 4, that artillery is going to struggle to do much damage in 1 shot to Cy91. Fires clutch towards T67 and misses. There's that Leopard on 195 hit points. He angles his tank because it's got that really annoying machine gun. He's getting shot from all angles here, the Hetzer. And he thinks maybe, again, another critical hit onto a German tank destroyer. What is going on in this game? Still 1 versus 5, 10-14. He's got his eye on the Jag 4, and of course he finally picks up the kill. That's his 4th kill. Looks towards the looks towards the Leopard. He gets tracked by the Hetzer. Gets a little bit of machine gun damage from the Leopard as well, but he blocks most of it. It does take a little bit of damage. Needs to go one at a time. That's the way. Get rid of the Hetzer first. Now nobody's going to be shooting him from his right, so he can keep that building there to try and make it so that only one enemy tank shooting at him at the same time. And the T-3485M doing giving him some good advice. You know, go for the T-67 first. That's the one that's most likely to penetrate you. He's still reasonably safe from artillery, I would think, but the enemy artillery's got the freedom to go wherever he likes. Doesn't quite land the shot on the Tier 5 American tank destroyer. Artillery shoots again and misses. T-3485 giving you some very good advice. Just relax. Take your time. They're both very low. They're both one shots. 195 hit points on the Leopard, and that T-67's on about 60, I think. Artillery still taking pot shots. Psi-91's on 142 health. It's 1 versus 3 now. It was 1 versus 5, so he's in line for a Kolobanov, see if he can pull this one off. The T-67 is going to comfortably outrun the T-150, but where he was just a second ago, where he is, in fact where he is right now, still susceptible to artillery. He has bounced a few shots from the artillery, but it did take a little bit of damage from the arty. Fires clutch and picks up the kill on the Leopard. That's going to get rid of that annoying machine gun fire that was coming in. He's confirmed the top gun. That's his 6th kill, but there's still 2 to go in this battle in Kharkov. The T-67, who we know is on very low health, and of course that annoying Tier 4 artillery who just fired off another shot. There's a T-67. Can he do it? No! He just misses the shot into the back. That certainly would have penetrated if he had have hit. So he's doing the right thing now and going straight for him. Fires clutch, and somehow his luck changes, and for the first time in this game he's fired clutch and landed a shot. That was just pure luck, but of course he had a lot of bad luck at the start. Remember all those shots on those German tank destroyers, including the Hetzer, that gave him a little bit of grief not so long ago. Just 1 versus 1 now. It's the Psi-91 on 7 kills in the T-150, the Tier 6 heavy Russian tank. 2,623 damage done, 1,615 damage blocked. Bearing in mind he only come into this game with 880 hit points on the table. You got to say that is a pretty good game. That's over 3 times the hit points of his tank, and again fires clutch and uses up the last of his luck, picking up the Su-5, confirming 8 kills and an absolute perler of a game. It's an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge for Psi-91. It's also the Hand of God for surviving and winning the game, having received damage from at least 4 different enemy tanks. The Bruiser, Duelist, Fire for Effect and Shell-Proof Medal for all that block damage. Kolobanovs for a player who stands against 5 or more enemy tanks and wins, and that's exactly what he did in that replay. The Radley Walters for picking up 8 kills. Steel Wool for all that bounce damage. High Caliber in the Top Gun. Look at all those tanks that he spotted, damaged and killed. That's 12 out of the 15 enemy tanks. He had something to do with their demise, and he's had an absolute ripper. 2,783 hit points of damage, 8 kills, 1,468 base experience, more than double what anybody else on the whole team did. And in fact, if you take out the top 3, it's more than 5 times what this guy did, and all the rest. Look at all those sub 100 damage scores. That's why that's where from the start of the game, when everybody was just dropping like flies. 24 shots fired, 19 hit, 15 went through, so it was only 4 critical hits when he was shooting those German TDs. It did feel like more. 22 and a bit thousand credits after tax with a standard account in that 8-minute battle. He blocked 1,615, that's why he got the Steel Wall and the Shell-Proof medal. But all in all, a pretty good Kolobanov's Radley Walters medal on Kharkov, featuring my old mate Psi-91. Psi-91, a regular contributor to this channel, which I'll forever be grateful for. So thanks very much for the replay, Psi-91. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care, and see you all next time.